What happens if you build a roller coaster with 50 inversions? Is it still going to be good or is it way too much? We are going to be figuring that out in this video. So for this challenge we are going to be using the multi-launch coaster, and I am just going to be placing it somewhere randomly. It does not really matter since we need to build at least 50 inversions. Maybe we can even place more if we can do more. And to make sure we have at the end of the video 50 inversions, we can go to the statistics and scroll down and we can look at inversion count, which of course right now is on 0, but at the end of the video it needs to be on 50. Otherwise I failed this challenge and I need to dye my hair blue. Alright, let's get straight into this. So get some popcorn since we are going to be building a lot of roller coasters. And so we are going to try and build almost every inversion possible. So I guess just straight out of the stage we're going to build a JoJo roll. And what we of course have to do with this roller coaster is actually make it good. I'm not just going in the basic editor and adding 50 loopings after each other. I've done it in the past and well, it did work, but I don't want to do that again. So we're actually going to make a good working 50 inversion roller coaster, which is definitely a challenge. So I guess what we're going to do is just continue with this turn and then already go in our second inversion, which is just going to be a very standard barrel roll, which I guess just should actually go under here. Okay, that starts to look of course quite nice. Of course, going to make all of these 50 inversions extremely smooth is going to be quite hard. So I'm going to try and do my best, but I cannot promise every single inversion is going to be good. So from this point on, we're probably just going to go to 0 and then we're going to have our first launch. Since I feel like to make sure we have enough speed for all these inversions, we are going to be needing a lot of speed. So let's just start with a top hat, but a top hat is not an inversion. So instead of making a top hat, it's going to be an inverted top hat, just to get another inversion. And straight from this interesting looking inversion, definitely, we're going into the next inversion, which is going to be something that goes down here. I don't know what the name of this is, to be fair. So if I now test it and we go to the statistics, as we can see, we already have now 4 inversions, 2 right here and then the 2 up here. That means we still need 46 inversions after this. This is actually going to be a harder challenge than I thought. But that means we are just going to continue with this layout. And what should we do now? I would say an inversion. I feel like there should be an inversion. I don't think we have enough yet. I don't know what I have curated, but it does look nice. And I'm not going to be talking on every inversion I've made, since that's going to get extremely boring really fast. So I guess I will just get to you guys when I've maybe made like another 4 inversions. Yes. Okay, I have made a few more inversions, as you can see. Currently we are on 9 inversions. So that means we're already on like 20% of all the inversions we need. But as you can see, a lot is already starting to happen. So if we just have a quick look, we have this first very interesting inversion into this sort of dive loop, where we go into whatever that may be, a corkscrew-ish thing. It doesn't really matter. Then we have this, well, another dive loop into an airtime mill into a, yeah, Inmo Man. And then we have this, I guess also half inversion. It is, but it is counted into this barrel roll. And then we, yeah, just probably are here going to go in almost a second launch already, since we have lost quite a lot of speed. But yeah, as we can see, there is a lot of track already here, and we of course do have a lot more room all around our park. So yeah, let me just continue. So about the second launch, that is a good question. What I probably want to do is add some brakes, very small, just here, just to break it down a little bit, since my plan is to have a turn, and quite actually a sharp turn, just going around here. Something like this should be fine. Reset it. And then just straight go into the second launch. And that is definitely going to be even longer. And we of course already do have some speed, so this one is going to be fast, which does mean we need to go up all the way again. Okay, so what inversion have we not built yet? We actually don't have a 0G stall, which I actually think might fit perfectly in here. And for the people that don't know what a 0G stall is, it's basically just where you're upside down for a little bit. So we're just going to do sort of this length, just constantly upside down. Amazing. Which leaves us me space right here for, I guess, just another inversion, which is probably going to be like a step up under flip inversion. Yeah, I guess pretty cool if I added like this here. It's definitely not going to be perfect from, well, as you can see. And let's also just make it go through an inversion while we're going down, because why not? I feel like I'm just bowling like the Smiler, but then just on like steroids, and then even on drugs, and even worse. which I guess is actually kind of funny, but it's, well, it's also painful. And as you can see, these inversions are starting to become weirder and weirder by the minute, but hey, an inversion is an inversion. Let's add something else than an inversion, just to spice it up. Let's add an airtime hill, which then leads into something very special, guys, that I've not done actually before on this roller coaster. An inversion. And I'm slowly starting to run out of space in this sort of clutter. I don't know why I'm even building this all so close. I just wanted to make actually look like a good roller coaster. But yeah, this is starting to look interesting. And I think we sort of have more space for another inversion right here, because we do not have actually enough yet, and we still need way more. Okay, so I think this point here is to maybe have a good moment or to actually look what the coaster is and how it does, and if it actually makes it, since I've maybe not tested it yet. But at the moment we are on 15 inversions, so that means we still need 35, and look what we already got. Okay, I think, guys, the launch might be going a bit too quick. Oh no. Yeah, I feel like I should be making the second launch a bit shorter, since we are just flying through everything. Yeah, okay, no, that's too fast. Okay, so what should we do from this point on? We still need 35 inversions, so I feel like come up with a track where we can just add like maybe like 4 or 5 inversions just really quick after each other. And this is roller coaster in real life that has like 5 of these barrel rolls straight after each other. So what if we also do something like that? I should now just be able to make a lot of these barrel rolls after each other, and I do not know how that's going to be looking. How many have I now? I don't even know how many I have. I've now 1, 2, 3. Okay, but we're going to run out of space, so that's a problem. Probably means I just need to go back to 0, and from this point on just continue with the roller coaster, and we probably actually will not have that much speed left. So going into a third launch is probably necessary, and then from this point on it's going into another inversion. I feel like I am going to be slowly running out of space where I want to go with the coaster. Like I don't know why I'm even going in here again, since look how much drag there already is. But YOLO, I think I can manage it. And now that I'm looking at it, I just completely forgot one inversion. We don't even have a looping, just a standard looping. We do not have it, so I actually think fitting it in is not going to fit. I'm going to try and do my best. Okay, that actually does not look too bad so far, which does give me hope, which I sort of needed. Not gonna lie, guys, I am actually really happy with how this looping has turned out, and we actually do have enough room for it. That's surprising. Now I have to see where the heck I'm going next. We do not have any block break so far in this coast, so from this point on it's just going to have one train, but I feel like we kinda should add at least one block break in here. So why just not do that right here? But first an inversion, since we do not have enough of those yet. And then we of course went here in an inversion, so it would be weird to not go out of this with an inversion. Oh god, help me. Okay, so this is definitely going to go in the ground, but I don't think that's the biggest issue of the world, not gonna lie. I don't know what this is. I really don't know, but I'm just going to make it, since it kind of looks terrible. It really does look like just terrible, but we're just going with it. And at this point we are probably again running out of speed, especially after the block break here, so we should have our 4th launch. But before we construct that, let's have a look on how many inversions the coaster has and if it actually makes it. So we are currently on 23 inversions, which means we are almost halfway. It's almost already 1.5 kilometers long. All right, there we have the 3rd launch already. Let's see how the looping goes. Okay, okay. Yeah, that might be too quick. Make it a bit slower. There we go. Okay, you know what, guys? I'm just going to finish this coaster, since, well, it's already quite a big mess, and you guys have seen sort of half of the progress on how I made. So, and let's just do that in a very fast time lapse. Okay, it is some time later, but as you can see, I have finished the roller coaster with 50 inversions. This looks like a mess, but in some way it also looks like a good mess. And as we can see, if we click on stats, this coaster has 50 inversions. Alright, so let's have a look on this POV. It takes quite some time, but let's have a look on how good a coaster is with 50 inversions and if it's just too much. And there we go. That is our roller coaster with 50 inversions. And is it worth it to make a coaster with this many inversions? Probably not really. It's just too much. You see how much space? This is basically my whole plot and you can do, well, nothing else. But this was actually a really fun challenge to try out. I am really happy that I do not have to dye my hair blue, so that's a W. But guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe on my channel. We're almost on 60,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. So guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.